welcome back to the 2025 ISC Men's World Fastpitch Tournament at Caswell Park here in beautiful North Mankato, Minnesota. I'd like to remind you of the
Well, good afternoon, fastball fans, and welcome to Wednesday of the 2025 ISC World Tournament here on the ISC Network and Softball Premier TV. Blair Setford, Joe Todd with you for 3 straight games about the next 6.5 hours, and look forward to bringing you the best of the best in men's fast pitch softball. Joe Todd, we got a great one to start in loser bracket action. Team Marquez from Ensenada in Mexico, taking on the Grande Prairie Pirates out of Western Canada in the province of Alberta. A real good matchup here. We saw Team Marquez just the other night. Joe Todd threw a scare at the Bear Creek Gremlins. Grande Prairie I knew I was going to do it. I blew it right away, too. Grande Prairie Pirates rebounded from that tough loss to the Toronto Batmen and have made it to Wednesday here at the ISC World Tournament. You've got the records for both these teams.
Both these teams coming in with a 2-run record. The Team Marquez beat the Midland Explorers by 3-0 on the opening game. Lost to the Bear Creek Gremlins, as Blair had described, 3-1, and then beat the Georgia Bay Giants 5-2. The Grande Prairie Pirates beat Townsend Tide by an 8-1 margin. Lost to the Toronto Batman 7-0, and then beat the Seattle Dirt Dogs 6-1.
The Dirt Dogs. We were just talking with the Dirt Dogs earlier this afternoon. Great group of guys. Let's get the batting lineup set here for you for the Pirates. Pat Burns going to lead off. Corey Jones, Braden Arcan, Scott Nehigh, Jordan Hudson, Will Major, Scott Galenza, Todd Williams, Kevin Schellenberg in the 9 spot. And defensively here for Team Marquez, Iran Torres, Seeger Rodriguez, and Gabriel Medina left right across the outfield. It's Alejandro Garcia, Guadalupe Ayon, Khalil Luna, as this one is punched out to center right and making a sliding grab out there. Gabriel Medina. So, Joe, a nice defensive play right off the hop to take a hit away from Patrick Burns.
Great play by Medina, tracking that ball all the way. If you look at the flag, Blair, that the wind was really blowing from left to right now, I believe it. Ken's been switching around, but that wind is going to play tricks on those outfielders.
And just to finish the defensive set for you, Garcia, Ayon, Khalil Luna, Carlos Marquez is over at first. Behind the plate, it's Fabian Vizcaíno. And Joe, for you and I, this was a bit of a surprise starter given the amount of familiarity. It's Zach Zippy Pierce, who spent a number of years with this Pirates team. And he gets the ball. This one is lifted out to center left this time, and it's going to drop in for a base hit in front of Iran Torres. Corey Jones with a 1-out single here, top of the first inning for the Grande Prairie Pirates. And when the Grande Prairie Pride slips in, I'm showing my age, Joe. It's because for many years on the Canadian fastball scene, it was the Grande Prairie Pride, but it's been the Pirates here the last several years.
Got their black and gold pinstripe unis. I like those. They're sharp.
Yeah, they are a very good-looking set of uniforms. Braden Arcan, center field. And
nice drop.
Yeah, swing and a miss over a good drop from Zach Zippy Pierce. Had an arm injury a couple of years back, Joe, and it set him back. He was on the Team Canada roster as recently as 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Just hasn't really totally recovered up to that level yet.
No, it really set him back. And
two strikes to Arcan. Good pitch on the inside corner of the plate.
And way up and in to Braden Arcan. That'll run it to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the inning. Corey Jones out at first after that little looping single. And that's foul down the left side. Arcan and Scott Nehigh, the twin towers for Grande Prairie. Both of these guys are real big guys. And that's punched right back up the middle. Arcan goes down and gets that, and Joe just happy to drive it into the ground.
Just drove that ball hard, really fast up that middle. Good quick hands by Arcan.
Back-to-back singles by Corey Jones, Braden Arcan brings us to Scott Nehigh, designated player. And Joe, there are some guys who are just born to hit at the ISC World Tournament. Scott Nehigh is one of those guys.
It's a real good ball player, solid. Does a great job at the DP spot. I think it was, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, Scott Nehigh was our Newcomer of the Year award. Did he not?
Oh, I think it's
more
years ago than that. Yeah. I think that one goes
My
back.
years are slipping on me.
Yeah, I think they're blending together. I'll get the book out and I'll let you know. But this one is drilled straightaway center. Forget about it. Off the back fence, Scott Nehigh, a line drive home run. Born to hit at the ISC World Tournament. Scott Nehigh jumps the Pirates out to a quick 3-0 lead.
And that ball got out of here in a quick rush, too. Just a clothesline right over that center field fence.
Jordan Hudson will come to the plate with the bases now empty, still only 1 out in the inning. Hudson spent a couple of years in Ontario with Waterdown Hammer. He's from Saskatoon. This is probably a little bit closer to home in Grande Prairie. Was on the Canadian U23 team back in 2023, and that's up the middle and under the glove of Khalil Luna. So everything going the way of Grande Prairie right now. 4 straight hits, Joe.
It would have been a real good play, but Luna should have shifted himself over and just tried to block the ball, keep it in front of him.
I don't know that he was going to have time to get to it, to be honest. I mean, a hard hit ball by
especially
Jordan
by going
Hudson.
to his right.
Yeah, he's going to his back end there. There's activity already in the bullpen for Team Marquez. I think that would be Max Montero, possibly Eric Urbanea, the veteran, the epitome of the crafty lefty. We can't tell. We're blocked out by the dugout roof, but Will Major at the plate. And I believe, Joe, this is the younger brother of Max Major, who was on the Canadian national team. He'll be on the U23 team. And as young as he is, I think Will, who's down on strikes here, I think Will is even younger, Joe.
Yeah, I think so. I think they come out of the Delisle, Saskatchewan area.
Yeah, the Delisle Hounds, I want to say. Scott Galenza, you go from the youth to, I won't call him the grizzled veteran, but I'll just call Scott a veteran. Bends in this one for a strike. Joel, the umpires here this afternoon?
The umpires behind home plate, Abel Chapa from Escobedo, Mexico. At first base, George LeMaitre from Hamilton, Ontario. And at third base, Ed Otterman from Kitchener, Ontario.
Lenza chases the rise ball up and out of the. That's the pitch that I've always associated with Zach Pierce, Joe, is the rise ball.
Yeah, he's got to kind of start that up at the letters and just kind of tease these batters.
Good pick by Vizcaíno, the Guatemalan national team catcher. Team Marquez, based out of
Escobedo?
No, I think it's Ensenada.
Ensenada.
I wanted to go to Escobedo, but it's Ensenada in Mexico. Two balls, two strikes. Called strike three on the outside corner. But a big three-run home run by Scott Nehigh gets the Pirates out in front. Top of the first inning. We'll go to the home half. Team Marquez set to come to the plate. Called strike three, the outside corner. They weren't out of that. Again. High in the air, Viavazo comes to get it, and the Chiefs are back to the top of the mountain. The gloves fly. The celebration is underway. Team Marquez, Joe, already with some work to do after that three-run home run by Scott Nehigh. Set the batting order for you for Marquez. Cesar Rodriguez lead things off. Guadalupe Ayon, Khalil Lunas, you see it there. Carlos Marquez, Alejandro Garcia. Fabian Vizcaíno in the sixth spot. Josefus Sosa, new into the lineup today, was not in the lineup against the Gremlins the other night. He's the DP. Gabriel Medina and Iran Torres in the 9 spot for Team Marquez. Defensively for the Pirates, left to right across the outfield, there it is. Jordan Hudson, Braden Arcan, Patrick Burns, Scott Galenza, Kevin Schellenberg, Will Major, Corey Jones around the horn, Steve Norman, and Todd Williams for the Pirates behind the plate.
Well, Team Marquez have to just kind of put a notch on that scoreboard. They want to try and get something back in this inning.
Joe, the other night, Khalil Luna took a ball off of Jack Besgrove to the fence, scored Cesar Rodriguez. Those were the only two guys to get on base until late in the 6th inning off of Jack Besgrove. He was dominant.
Yes.
There's the umpires. We talked about Abel Chapa, George LeMaitre, and Ed Otterman. That is George LeMaitre. You see walking back to his spot over behind first base. Joe, George LeMaitre later this summer is going to umpire his 15,000th game. 15,000 games. George, I want to salute you. I want to commend you. You're a good friend. And thank you for all the time you've given back to our game over the years.
Thank you, George. Just wonder what year he started.
1872, I think.
Well, that doesn't seem, that's a pretty low average then. He'll get a kick out of that one later on.
Oh, somebody's going to get a kick, I'll tell you that. Cesar Rodriguez to face Steve Norman. Just misses at the top of the zone, and we had Abel Chapa last night, Joe, and we know he's got a tight strike zone.
But he stayed consistent.
He did. He did not bend on that all night long. 1 ball, 1 strike here. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have a strike when they ask, and no, I guess not, says Ed Otterman. 2-1, Cesar Rodriguez here. There's a strike on the outside corner. And that one's just off. So, Joe, you just found out where the limit is for Abel Chapa.
In that Bear Creek Gremlins game, Cesar Rodriguez got walked twice and did score a run. Good leadoff batter. He got very patient at the plate.
Foul that one straight back to the screen. After the hit by Luna in the first, it wasn't until the walk to Rodriguez in the 6th that Marquez had another base runner against Jack Besgrove.
Yeah, Besgrove was throwing BBs that night.
But with that said, Joe, that was an excellent ball game.
Yeah, real good ball game.
It was a 3-1 ball game. Besgrove seemed to have it under control, and then that late walk gave a little bit of hope to Marquez, but he bared down and got out of that inning. It was a late home run by Zenon Winters that really
broke it
salted
open.
that game away. And good afternoon to Hank DeWild, and there's a walk to Cesar Rodriguez, and he's a really good leadoff hitter, Joe. He sees a lot of pitches. He fights off a couple and works a walk here.
Very patient at the plate.
I really like this guy coming up, Guadalupe Aon from Guatemala. He is an outstanding defensive shortstop. He's got some pop in the bat. They've moved him up in the order from 2 to 3. They've basically flopped he and Khalil Luna, who has been hitting well for Team Marquez here this week. Little bleeder on the infield, gotta hurry, and they get him at first. That's a good play by Will Major to come get that ball.
Good charge by Major to get on that ball real quick to catch down the speedy Aon going down that line.
That moves Cesar Rodriguez up into scoring position. You don't get credit for a bunt on that, Joe, but you did the job.
Yeah, advance the runner. The team will thank you.
Luna had that ringing double off the fence in the game with the Gremlins the other night. Was a member of the Argentina national team at the World Cup. Shared some playing time. But a rising star for Argentina in a country that continues to produce a voluminous amount of quality players.
The Fastpitch factory.
Well, they are right now. That used to be Newfoundland, didn't it?
Yes.
And it still is to a degree in Canada.
Maybe just the pitching factory. Produced a lot of pitchers.
Well, they've definitely produced a lot of pitchers, but Argentina, 37 Argentina players here. Out to short, Kevin Schellenberg. That sidearm throw to first that we've all come to know and love over the years. Schellenberg with the Canadian national team. Didn't see a lot of playing time, Joe.
But he's there just to back up and be, he's able to fill in almost any position.
Well, he plays the middle infield as well as anybody still. And
very reliable.
That's what he was there for, was to back up the middle infield and provide some veteran leadership. And I'm sure that's what they got out of Kevin. Very, very reliable. Carlos Marquez out to Schellenberg again, and that's as good as money in the bank for the Grande Prairie Pirates. The leadoff walk gets as far as second, but no further through one complete. The Pirates 3 and Team Marquez no score.
Dreamcatcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
I bought that exact red hat today for my next door neighbor who is probably watching at some point here this week. There you see some of the souvenirs at the Sandlot merch store and some of the younger crowd that are here this week. Luciano out getting some B-roll today.
Yes. Great job by Softball Premier TV all week.
Todd Williams, Kevin Schellenberg, and then back to the top for Pat Burns. First pitch, that's going to go foul out of play. Joe, there was some ISC 2 action behind us. Georgian Bay Pirates advancing in the ISC 2 winners bracket over the Pegasus Redmen. You can follow along with all of the brackets as they are updated multiple times daily on iscfastpitch.com. Links to the news stories, links to the streaming, links to the live scoring. Swing and a miss by Williams. He's down on strikes, and a good start by Pierce this inning. Place to follow, really, has been ISC Fastpitch on Facebook. Our new communications specialist, Brian Aratus, has just been magnificent here this week. The behind the scenes, Joe, the star of the week for me is Brian. He's come up with those video scoreboards that you see for the ISC games on Facebook. That's an innovation that he brought to us. All of the new graphics that you're seeing on the posts, that's Brian. I wish I had half the skill.
And all the up-to-date information,
got,
like within 10 minutes after the game.
Yeah, he's able to do it right after the game. I mean, the good news is for you and I'm not up 90 minutes every night keeping you awake at 1:30 in the morning pounding out posts. Just a tremendous addition to our team here on the ISC.
Thank you, Brian.
The weather today, Joe, that heat dome that was over top of us here at Caswell Park in North Mankato, that seems to have finally broken and moved on a little bit. There's a line shot off the bat of Schellenberg. He's going to make the turn, throw out the anchor, and get back to. I thought he had a notion there to go. As that was just bobbled for a second by Gabriel Medina out and right. Schellenberg 4 or 5 steps past the bag. You can see it.
Medina did a good job getting to that ball fairly quickly. The play was right in front of Schellenberg.
Already the 5th hit of the game for the Pirates, and back to the top of the shop for Patrick Burns. Burns flew out to right on a fine play by Gabriel Medina to get the leadoff batter for Grande Prairie. And here's a little multi-hopper on the infield, but down in a heap at the plate is Burns, and he's trying to run that off. Those hurt. When you go down in a ton of bricks like that, you know there's no doubt that it went off the toe, or worse, the ankle. Donnie Atkinson came down to check on Pat Burns. Donnie in the third base coach's box. Gary Burns, Pat's dad, is over in the first base box. Chris Waverick in the dugout. Burns is back at the dish. Pierce comes right inside at him. I don't know that Patrick found it quite as funny, but I know exactly what you're laughing at, because these guys are all buddies off the field. Competitors here today, and you do what you got to do to win, but
Burns' foot is still bugging him.
Yeah, exactly.
You try and shake that off, but you can still feel the tingle.
Well upstairs from Pierce. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blair Sedford, Joe Todd with you on Softball Premier TV, the ISC Network 2025 ISC World Tournament. Called. Strike 3 in the outside corner. Down goes Pat Burns, second out of the inning here. Top of the second inning. Corey Jones got the 3-run rally underway in the first. Back-to-back singles by he and Braden Arcan, and then Scott Nehigh. Little hopper. Khalil Luna handles that adeptly.
A lot better inning for Team Marquez.
Much cleaner for Marquez, and Zach Pierce will go to the home half. Still 3-0 Pirates.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give.
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Joe heard from Doug Roberts. He mentions that Delisle Pride is the team of the home team of the Major Boys, and wanted to give us a shout out to Terry Weeb. Terry, longtime player on the ISC circuit.
Thanks, Doug, for staying tuned with us.
And Terry also from Delisle, and credit to Terry for the development of the majors and some of the others who have gone through that Delisle Pride organization. Alejandro Garcia will lead things off for Marquez. 5, 6, 7 in their order: Garcia, Vizcaíno, and Sosa. That almost sounds like a major league lineup, Joe. Strike on the outside corner. Joe, there was a game that was played at a tournament up in Prince George earlier this year. Steve Norman, and this one is punched out to center, and having to turn and go back to get that. Braden Arcan made a sudden right turn all of a sudden, Joe, as the wind grabbed that and started to take it away from him, but had enough speed to go track that down.
Great range there by Arcan to track that down. I thought it was going over his head there for a minute.
Well, Norman and Micah Pimentel hooked up in what was a 9-inning game, and both of them in the neighborhood of 20 strikeouts in that tournament. And Steve Norman coming out on top in that one, 2-1. Of course, we know what Micah Pimentel would go on to do with Venezuela at the World Cup. A miraculous game by Pimentel. Left that game in about the 5th inning. 2 pitchers later for Venezuela who were able to barely keep New Zealand off the scoreboard, and thanks to some spectacular defense by Rogelio Sequeira in particular at third base. That one is lifted up, and that's going to go back behind us here in our central location. Pimentel would come back into the game after some much needed therapy from the Argentina team doctor of all things as well, and was able to gut through, I think, the last 4 outs.
Yes.
To get the win and the save, I guess, for Venezuela. Just a miraculous pitching performance. And I'll never forget the look of joy, a pure joy and elation on the face of Rafa Flores. Yeah. He lifted the mask off, and just as he hugged Micah Pimentel. And of course, you and I have known Rafa Flores for a number of years in this game. We don't know him super well because there's a bit of a language barrier there, but we've had the opportunity to cross paths numerous times. One of the most genuine, affable people you can meet. This is laced out to left center and making the turn and then coming back, Fabian Vizcaíno. He's aboard with a single, the first base hit of the game for Marquez.
Yeah, Flores, one of the characters of the game, though.
And that is a great description. He is a character.
To me, one of the best memories for me of Flores was always throwing the ball between the legs.
Between the
down,
legs.
Down to second base.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of catchers doing that.
Yosefith Sosa at the plate was not in the lineup the other night against the Gremlins. Comes in today as the designated player.
See if that bottom part of the order can get going for Marquez. You want to put a blemish on that scoreboard. Just the second inning, but you don't want to stay down 3 runs.
No, you don't. You want to chip away at it. We talk about this all the time. You don't need to go get a 3-run home run right away, as nice as that would be to get. And chasing upstairs goes Sosa. And that's the pitch for Steve Norman.
Yes, nice high rise ball there. Just kind of jumped out on.
Just the first strikeout already. Norman can get the high strikeout totals. And the coach for Marquez is down here at the plate. I think we're getting a pinch hitter already, Joe, for Gabriel Medina. You got the card there. So number 88, Aaron Patron, will come on to pinch hit. Now, he was in the lineup the other night, and I wonder if maybe, Joe, there's an issue that's keeping him from playing defensively.
Potentially, because this is the second lineup card I got from Marquez. Coleman Harris was originally on that playing right field, and then they made a big switch.
So they put Medina out in right field. In for a strike from Norman. And that is fouled off to our left. Paul McCart. Oh, I thought maybe you were going to have a play on that one, Paul. Lean out over the fence a little bit there.
Didn't bring your fishnet?
Paul McCart, of course, with the Bear Creek organization, a man of many hats and T-shirts. He's got the Gremlins attire on today. I noted yesterday he strictly went with the neutral Bear Creek shirt. Between the game, of course, last night between JDT and Bear Creek. We'll pick that story up on the other side as Aaron Patron down on strikes. Second strikeout of the night for Steve Norman. Marquez, strand 1 through 2 complete. It remains Pirates 3, Team Marquez no score.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
Braden Arcan, Scott Nehigh, Jordan Hudson, Joe. Braden Arcan made that nice play defensively. Had to do a bit of a U-turn on that ball that he was tracking out in the center field.
Yeah, he caught it well. He charged in. I think he took a step in when he probably should have just laid back on it. Easy for me to say from here.
Well, all your innings in center field.
Oh, yeah. Well, with my speed.
You were more of a corner outfield guy?
Yeah.
Driven to center
Oh.
and 2 steps over, no more than 2 for Cesar Rodriguez. Right at him. Scott knee-high. You might want to be a little more careful with Scott this time around. He pulverized that pitch. And this one skipped in 45.5 feet.
Pierce doing some manicuring out in the mound. Both pitchers probably have a different landing spot.
That one in for a strike. We'll even the count 1-1. And make it 2-1 as that's going to miss up and away. Joe, some folks might not yet have heard the news that was sneak previewed last night in our broadcast during the JDT Bear Creek game. But the Bear Creek organization, Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment, awarded the 2027 ISC World Tournament to be held at their JDT First Energy Veterans Fields in the Chippewa of the Thames First Nation down in southwestern Ontario, just outside of London, Ontario. We will look forward to visiting. That's a brand new facility, just opened earlier this year. And they were indeed careful with Scott Knee-high pitching around the power hitter in the cleanup spot in the Pirates order. And
Very careful.
Very careful. He works a leadoff walk. Jordan Hudson singled in the first. That came after the knee-high home run. Jordan was stranded out at first. So we'll look forward, Joe, to back-to-back years with the World Tournament being in Ontario.
Well, we kind of did it back-to-back with the Kitchener one scenario. 6 and 7, was it?
06 and 07 in Kitchener. And that's chopped foul. No, that was the same facility, and the second year came in a pinch when a host backed out on us.
Thank you to the Kitchener Fastball Promotions group for stepping up there.
Well, and we look forward to being in Kitchener 20 years later in 2026.
The Peter Hallman Ball Yard. You and I were just there probably
About a month ago.
3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
I think it's a month, yeah.
Yeah.
Hallman Memorial won by the Hill United Chiefs. They beat the New Zealand Black Sox in the final. There's a real nice changeup from Pierce and freezes Jordan Hudson down on strikes.
Hudson just accepted it and walked away.
5th of the game for Pierce. Will Major down on strikes in his first go-round. That one is up and away. The chopper to Pierce. He throws and turns and walks away before that ball was barely out of his hand. He didn't even see it get over to first baseman Carlos Marquez. But a pretty quick inning other than the walk to Scott Knee-high. Very efficient after that rocky first. Got to be up to the Marquez bats now to get them back into this one.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
Iran Torres will lead things off for Team Marquez, the 9-batter in the order. And Torres did a lot of running playing center field the other night against the New York Gremlins. And Joe, they've moved him over to left today, and hopefully he'll have a little quieter afternoon for Marquez. They were winners, Joe, of the Tijuana qualifier. The first time we've had an official qualifier like that in Mexico in a long, long time.
Great to see.
Norman steps off. Torres wanted to bunt, but didn't, and that one zinged right into that mesh right beside our home plate microphone down there, and that's a bit of that funny sound that you hear.
Norman, 30 pitches so far in the game, which is quite average for the 2 innings of work.
Well, what do you always say? You want to be around 12 to 15 per inning. He gets Torres to chase upstairs. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Steve Norman. And Joe, he didn't get one till the 7th batter of the game, but he's got 7, 8, and 9 right now in a row.
Little bit of a roll right now.
Back to the top of the shop, Cesar Rodriguez worked a walk leading off the game in the first, or at least the bottom of the first. Fouls this one straight back to the screen. Todd Williams, a little bit old school, Joe Todd. No chest protector. At least he's got shin guards on, unlike the guy for the Grass Valley Greens, who are actually playing on the diamond behind us. And Mr. Thompson, who actually is catching this game just with a mask and a glove. Made of iron.
Yes. I don't think I would even consider anything like that. Just a foul tip is just the scary part.
Though, you can't control that. That's anyway, people do what they do.
Yeah.
I guess he's been doing it long enough.
Yeah.
Pierce tried to take something off of that and just lost the handle.
26 degrees Celsius, about 82 Fahrenheit. Little cool northeast wind.
It's funny how, Joe, 26 feels so much cooler than it's been here this week, because it's been 29, 30, 31. I think we got as high as 33 on opening Saturday. And high humidity, which seems to have broken too. So it's a nice relief for the players, for the umpires, for us up here.
Fans, yeah.
For the fans. I would take this for weeks on end.
Yes. This is supposed to be like this right till the championship game on Saturday night.
So Cesar Rodriguez, he picks up a lot of walks, doesn't he?
Yeah, we're going to start calling him Cesar Walker.
Okay. All right. I like that. I'll take it. Guadalupe Aon grounded out to Will Major on a real nice play by young Major to come get that little slow roller off the bat of Aon and get the speedy runner. That misses off the corner. Joe, the reason this one started so late, there was a 11-inning game between Sandlot and the Bar Blues. That game went 11 before Sandlot would win it. They got a runner aboard on an error who got all the way to third on the play. The Blues intentionally walked the next two batters. And then there was a high hop squib down towards third, and the Sandlot batter managed to beat it out. Or sorry, not the batter, the runner from third beat out any play at the plate and slid in head first with the run. If you look up the video scoreboard on Facebook, you'll see the play. Aon gets this one through the left side. Rodriguez is trying to go coast to coast and slides in safely. And Aon up to second on the play. Marquez, something cooking here in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, you got to start pecking away at those 3 runs that the Grande Prairie Pirates put on that board early. So this is their big chance right here with the top part of the order.
Cesar Rodriguez flying around the bases, never hesitated, Joe, coming around third. And with that ball hit the left, it's in front of him so he can see it and judge whether he's going to be able to make it to third or not. In sliding with some very good heads-up base running. Khalil Luna, an opportunity to draw his squad a little bit closer back into this one. Norman misses down and away.
In that Sandlot game, Blair, that we talked about earlier, Eric Chaparro threw the complete game, 151 pitches, 107 were strikes, and gave up just 1 hit.
Yeah, he had a no-hitter through 7, but there was an unearned run somewhere along the way. Chasing upstairs goes Khalil Luna.
Yeah, they got to lay off that pitch. Need a little more plate discipline.
And then, Joe, right before our game, STK, a run rule 9-2 win over the Pueblo Bandits. That one was done in 6 innings. In tight to Luna, called a strike. So as always, Joe, some outstanding ball games up and down the brackets here at the ISC World Tournament. Todd Williams wants to go to talk to Steve Norman. Abel Chapla's going to go with them, so this is not a charged defensive conference. They're supposed to be talking about signals. Chapa is there to ensure that that's all that's talked about. Otherwise, it does get charged. And now Well, Marquez coach is out. Just a question. Seemed to be a long conference about signals. I'm sure was the conversation, but
What they were ordering on their pizza for tonight.
well, maybe he's got a lot of pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just off the outside corner. Joe, one of the great equalizers here too is this mesh that extends down, or extends upward, I guess, from about a 3-foot padded wall around the base of the infield from dugout to dugout. Chopper on the infield under the glove of Schellenberg, a rare miscue by the All-Canadian shortstop. Tried to backhand it and pick it, Joe, but Khalil Luna.
It would have been a great play, but I think I would have taken my chances to kind of square my body up in front of it.
No RBIs on the play for Luna on the E6, but he draws his team back to within 1.
So they're back in the game. That's all they were looking for.
Carlos Marquez. Just the 1 down in the inning. And that's a fair ball. Step on first, and sliding in under the tag at the bag is Marquez. Corey Jones took the easy out to get Marquez, and then Luna, rather, sliding in safely under the tag.
Good play by Jones. Take that free one because you're only 1 or 2 steps away from the bag.
And you see Luna just arriving at the bag as the ball did. So 2 out, a runner on second, and that'll be Alejandro Garcia to the dish. And Joe, it was Garcia who hit that line shot out the center that Arcan had to make the about face and go get. Now he's playing over towards left center a bit too.
Yes, did the big shift there.
Yeah, he's cheated. That's exactly where
Yeah.
Garcia hit it the last time around, but there's a big gap in center right. Better keep the pitches inside if you're going to leave that much of a gap in the outfield. And that squirts away from Williams, and Luna takes advantage and moves up to third base.
Good play by Garcia to kind of help his runner.
That one right down Howard Avenue here at Caswell Park for a strike. 2-1.
Just inside.
Yeah, just inside. Make it 3-1. Legends Tournament, Joe, got underway fully today. They started in action pretty early for some of those old fellas.
8 a.m. for those boys today.
Hopefully they weren't out too late last night. I'm
Yeah.
sure a couple of them were. Looked like they were having a pretty good time here at the park.
Yes.
So full count to Alejandro Garcia. Marquez, 2 runs in this inning, looking to tie the ball game, but not going to do it there. Steve Norman paints the corner and gets a strikeout to end the third. But it's a 3-2 ball game now. The Pirates still clinging to that lead.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business.
$7-8-9 for the Grande Prairie Pirates. Scott Galenza, Todd Williams, Kevin Schellenberg, and Joe, you see that lead chopped down from 3-0 to 3-2. You gotta see if you can get a couple of those back here if you're Grande Prairie.
Yes, you want to be that rally guy to start something here for Galenza. 7, 8, and 9 at the board. Great arm by Guadalupe Aon. Went down to get it, stayed clean, and brought up and fired. Great bullet.
He is something out there to watch, isn't he?
Yeah, very pretty. Just nice and smooth. The big part about that whole thing is the transfer. Once you pick the ball up and transfer it from the glove to the hand.
Great changeup by Pierce to open up to Todd Williams. And after throwing to Todd Williams for a number of years, I'm sure he's got an idea of what Todd can do at the plate. And took something off of that one as well. And I'm sensing, Joe, that he knows Todd doesn't like changeups. Let's see if he triples
Goes
up
back
on it.
with it, yeah.
Oh, he went with the hard stuff on the outside corner, but do you come with 3 out of 4? That would just be mean, wouldn't it? 1 ball, 2 strikes.
No friends on the ball field.
Well, came in with the hard stuff, and strike 3. Williams not pleased with that one, but he's down for the second time this afternoon on strikes. That'll take us to Kevin Schellenberg. Donnie Atkinson just down to calm the waters.
Schellenberg would like to start something here with a 2 out.
Has to jackknife out of the way of that from Pierce. Pierce is 2/3 of the way through to a very quick inning, Joe. Galenza went after the first pitch, only 4 to Todd Williams. Just the 6th pitch there to Schellenberg. Change up again, and that's foul. The winner of this will play Kegel Black Knights tomorrow at 11 a.m. Additional losers bracket games tomorrow. Joe, Bear Creek Express taking on Sandlot at 1. There's also STK and 518 are awaiting to see who they will play in losers round action later tomorrow as well. Those will be decided by the losers of our games later this evening. Gremlins, Batmen, and then Drillers and Norsemen. Two big games. The final two quarterfinal Elite Eight games in the winners bracket on the ISC World Tournament. After tonight, we're down to the final four in the undefeated side. Schellenberg, a 2-out walk. Still looking for a clean inning is Zach Pierce. Pat Burns back to the top of the shop. Third look now at Pierce here in the fourth. But Joe, after that first inning, it's got to be said, he's done a good job.
Yeah.
A base runner each inning, but none of them have got past first.
Yeah. Just really contained their bats so far.
And if you wonder, maybe just a little bit of nerves facing your former team here at the ISC World Tournament. Called strike three on the outside corner, again catching Pat Burns. He'll head back to the dugout. Team Marquez will head back to the sticks. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Mr. Momentum seems to have switched sides a little bit here, Joe.
Yes. Great job by Pierce to get these boys back in the game.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply partner offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service. At ABS, we aren't just selling products. We offer a commitment to building meaningful relationships with our customers, getting to know your business goals so we can provide the best possible solutions for your needs. Find us on the web at absolutebusinesssupply.ca and let us get it for you.
Fabian Vizcaíno, the catcher for the Marquez squad. He singled in the second, but got no further as Steve Norman rang up strikeouts on Yosefus Sosa and Aaron Patron, who was pinch hitting for Gabriel Medina. Joe, while the Legends were underway today, the ISC2 tournament has been moving along full force. They're down to getting close to the winner's bracket final, as that one is looped out to left field and aboard with a base hit again is Fabian Vizcaíno. He's 2 for 2 this afternoon. Georgian Bay Giants into the winner bracket final for... They're headed for possibly their third straight ISC2 championship game. Always a bridesmaid, though, never a bride. The Giants.
They're trying to change that this year.
That's right, trying to break that run of bad luck. Turning to bunt and letting it go, but for a strike is Yosefus Sosa. On the field right now behind us is Midland and the Grass Valley Greens. Midland Explorers up 7-0 in that one, so they're making a bit of a run in ISC 2. The Giants just earlier today, as you may have heard us say, there's the bunt and a good one. It's down. Flipped to first by Galenza. And a nice textbook sack bunt, Joe Todd. You must be applauding.
Very good job. Turned and pivot on his back foot. Nice level bat on that ball. Just pretend you're catching the ball or the bat with your ball. It's that simple.
Your bat with the ball, huh?
Or the opposite way. Yeah, sorry. Don't.
Yeah, I've done that about 100 times this week as well.
So it's that simple. You don't have to hit it and contact it. That nice approach there just made that ball that much harder to field.
Great view of the back of Braden Arcan from center field. I have to go tell him that, Braden, you can't stand right there. There's a camera. Long look in for Steve Norman with the runner at second. They've probably gone to the alternate set of signals. Medina looking to bunt again. They pinch hit for him, Joe, right away in the second inning, which I thought was a little curious with 2 out in the inning, but they sent up Aaron Patron.
Couldn't figure out the strategy, but the coach knows more than we do.
Well, there may be an injury. There may be a planned absence. Who knows?
Yeah.
Swing and a miss by Gabriel Medina and down on strikes. Iran Torres to the dish. And we'll get the replacement runner for Vizcaíno. That'll be Gabriel Medina. Normand to the hip. Swings right through it, does Iran Torres. It's down on strikes, leading off the third. And Joe, it's been a little tough here down at the bottom of the order for Marquez against Steve Normand.
Yeah, they had real trouble here. Normand was 61 pitches in the game.
Well, that one is punch foul down the left side, so some contact. That's a good start. Normand finds one that he wants. And then waiting for it. And this is the one thing, Joe, that kind of drives me nuts. We talk about wanting to speed up the game, but then we allow this kind of thing.
Yeah.
That ball should never come in to anywhere other than
home plate
an umpire. And you get the ball and you got to go. And I know that, you want the ball that you want. And it's all these little things that add up to the delays in the game.
I thought at one time there was a rule in the rule book that the ball went out of play. You had to wait till the next batter. Was there not at one time? I remember playing that at one tournament or something. Maybe it was just like as you said, to speed up the game.
Well, Steve Norman has definitely slowed things down here a bit. This one's popped up to short left. It's a long run, but just making the grab into foul territory is Jordan Hudson for the third out of the inning. So Fabian Vizcaíno gets bunted up to second. That's as far as he gets. And Steve Norman and the Grande Prairie Pirates shut the door on Marquez in the fourth. We'll go to the fifth. Pirates out in front still, 3-2.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
Corey Jones to lead things off for the Grande Prairie Pirates in the top of the fifth. And Joe, it doesn't feel like we're speeding along, but you blink and suddenly you're in the fifth.
Moving along okay.
Doesn't seem like all that long ago that Scott Nehigh was hitting a laser beam into the Commerce Drive dental sign out there in straightaway center field. That one might have chipped some teeth.
Yes.
Had anybody been out there. You might have needed some dental work.
Pierce falling behind here now.
3-0. And spins a little rise ball on the outside corner in for a strike. Finds the zone again, just bites the outside corner. So a full count on Corey Jones leading off here for the Pirates.
You have to stay aggressive here now. That good punch.
2-3 hopper and then right through the wickets of Khalil Luna. I think, Joe, he was bringing up the glove, ready for the transfer. Just a momentary lapse of concentration. And it's past you.
And didn't lower the caboose. Got to get a little bit lower on that ball.
Yeah, you see it go right through, and Luna a little disgusted with himself, but leadoff batter aboard. Braden Arcan. Big cut, comes up empty. Well, Joe, if it is indeed a Georgian Bay Giants Midland Explorers matchup, as that one is punched out into the 3.5 hole out to right, and boy, this scenario certainly starts to look familiar now, doesn't it? As
yes.
Two runners aboard, Jones and Arcan, and Scott Nehigh will come to the plate. Nobody out here in the fifth. Very similar situation in the first. And we know how that one ended up.
Yeah. Zach Pierce does not want to replay that situation.
No, he does not. Pinch runner, Joe, came out there for Corey Jones. I think that was Brent Weeb, number 19. And here, Arcan just touch base for a moment. Gary Burns down to make the change with home plate umpire Abel Chapa. You just see him.
So you wonder if the Brant Weeb is related to the Terry Weeb we were talking about earlier?
I think it's a son.
Yeah.
I believe. I think we've had that one asked and answered previously.
Okay, good.
I believe. Knee-high steps to the dish, the imposing figure in that left side batter's box. In for a strike, taking all the way was Scott Knee-high. So run the count even at once. And this one is yanked, but that's going to go way foul down the right-hand side. That ball was destined to get on the other side of a fence, Joe, but just out in front of it too much.
Pulled it a little bit too much.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Scott Knee-high. Just off the outside corner, a real good pitch there from Zach Pierce.
Home plate umpire Abel Chapa hasn't called that outside pitch on that left-handed batter all game, so he has on the inside.
Took a little bit off that one and maybe got away with it, Joe, because Knee-high fouled it straight back to the screen, dialed it down to 58 miles an hour. But Knee-high seemed to keep the hands back, just didn't square it up.
Yeah, you got to get more on the barrel.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the inning. 2 runners aboard. Pirates threatening Knee-high with time at the plate. And chops this one foul too. Chopper on the infield. Safe at first is Knee-high. I think they called Knee-high safe, but then I also saw an out sign from George LeMaitre, and I wonder if that's for Braden Arcan on his way to second.
Off the line?
I think that's the call, and that's what is being discussed with Gary Burns. As Arcan danced well to his left to try to avoid the tag.
Mm-hmm.
And out at second as George LeMaitre points to Braden Arcan. And he's saying when you're beyond that arm's width, when he's already come to you, you're not going to be able to go around him that far. That's the ruling.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Marquez coach is coming out to chat about there's no...
they can't really call it. He's asking if there's obstruction or interference on that.
Yeah, there's no interference. He didn't interfere with the player making the play. He actually tried to get around him.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't think he was tagged necessarily. I think as the PA announcer says he was tagged out. I think he's off the baseline. He's going to come down to try to appeal to Abel Chapa. There's another coach out there as well.
Probably doing some interpretation.
I don't think he needs an interpreter for Abel Chapa.
Okay, yeah.
Ed Otterman is trying to get both of them off the field, and they are going to follow somewhat reluctantly, the two of them, to go back to the Marquez bench. I don't know how they can think that they're going to get an additional out on that play. Aon wanders over to get part of the conversation too, but maybe he's saying to Khalil Luna, just leave it and let's go.
Yeah.
Runners on the corners. Jordan Hudson at the plate, and now we've got a visit to the pitcher by the Marquez coach, who probably went into the dugout for a drink of water and is back out here.
Blair, you cursed us on how well we were proceeding.
I did. I fully admit it, I did. Joe, while we got a break, want to say hi to a fan of ours, Softball Fan 1953, listening out in Wisconsin. And just remind everybody, enjoying the broadcast, follow along the ISC World Tournament on all of our social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Did you know that we're now on Threads?
No.
You didn't. We're now on Threads as well, at ISC Fastpitch there on Threads.
I'll have to get a Threads account now.
Yes, you will. So will I. Jordan Hudson swings at that first pitch from Zach Pierce, who's done a great job since that opening inning, but he's got a spot of trouble here in the fifth that he's still going to need to work around. On the infield, step in a bag, Aon fires to first, and he does just that. Guadalupe Aon in the right place at the right time, and an easy double play gets Marquez out of the inning and keeps them within a run.
Aon's made some great plays at shortstop. Good ball player.
Well, Joe, I don't know about you, but after seeing that ad for the Lettuce Love spot down in Hamilton, I'm ready to go for a veggie bowl somewhere.
Sure. We had a great breakfast this morning at Happy Chef.
Oh my goodness, was that an outstanding breakfast. Happy Chef, a longtime sponsor here, fastball sponsor in the Mankato area, and still attracting quite a crowd. That was a busy breakfast diner.
When the parking lot is full, you know that's a good spot.
Cesar Rodriguez, a pair of walks, came around to score in the third. Cesar brings a great eye to the plate. He worked a couple of walks the other night as well. just off the outside corner. The Marquez bench, Joe, has come to life.
Yes. Well, that top part of the order has been doing some of that work, so.
Big cut, comes up empty. Steve Merman with the rise ball on the outside corner.
Put a little more pepper on that pitch, but just a good change.
Punches this one out to center. That's an easy can of corn for Braden Arcan. Guadalupe Ion. Singled and then came in to score on the error back in the third. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Right back up the middle, ripped by Ion, and he'll take the turn, and then big clap of the hands, and back to first base. A solid one-out single. He's 2 for 3 this afternoon.
Good bat speed by Ion. Just stands out there and just punches it. Good turns of the wrist and just good upper body strength there. You don't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Start a rally going.
Khalil Luna. Twice he's been to shortstop Kevin Schellenberg. Open stance in the right side box and chases it on the move. The throw's on the other side of the bag, and by the time Schellenberg reaches around, Ion in with the headfirst slide. And Joe, I was thinking in the back of my mind, are they going to put him in motion here with one out? And took the chance and got the stolen base. So you see the throw. It's on the shortstop side of the base. If it's on the second base side, and it's a matter
would have been a lot closer
of a foot and a half.
Yeah.
It's there on time. It's just needed to be on the other side of the base. Outside. Joe, my understanding was that Guadalupe Ion was going to be with the JB squad this year, had that team been able to stay together. And with the number of Venezuelans on the roster and the current immigration restrictions, they were not going to be able to get the full team into the U.S. and have suspended operations for the year. For their purposes, the World Tournament being in Canada the next 2 seasons, hopefully, and I've been told that they will be back next year.
That's good. Great bunch of guys.
So we'll have to see what happens with Guadalupe Ion and whether he transitions over to yellow and black. Luna fouls this one back towards Diamond 3. A lot of the Legends games have been taking place over there today, Joe. Diamond 3 and Diamond 4 as that tournament gets into full swing. chasing the rise ball upstairs again. Khalil Luna is down on strikes. Norman has been able to go to that pitch, Joe, when he needs to get a strikeout.
And a great job with that pitch, just really throwing it well in these very important part of the innings.
I believe that's just the 4th strikeout, though, of the game for Steve.
I have 6.
Yes, sorry, you're right. And opens up Carlos Marquez with a strike. Deflected up to the screen by Williams. He's able to pick it off the screen as it comes back down, but free base for Guadalupe Ion. And now, Joe, that tying run just 60 feet away. I started to say earlier that you've got this padded area around in between the benches, but the nylon mesh is wound really tight above that, and the ball snaps back.
Yeah, that ball almost looked like a rebound off a basketball back rim.
So 2-1. Fouled straight back to that screen by Carlos Marquez. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Midland Explorers making it to the winner's bracket final in ISC 2. That'll be a rematch, Joe, of last year's loser's bracket final between the Giants and the Explorers. Last year, Yuya Yamawaki struck out 17 batters in that loser bracket final. And that's fouled back out of play towards the second diamond. Will clunk off a dugout and roll onto the field for the grounds crew.
They'll feature that undefeated ISC 2 game, I believe, tomorrow afternoon. Pretty sure that's on our broadcast schedule.
We've got that at 3 o'clock. Be 1, 3, 6, and 8 tomorrow. As always, weather permitting. The weather is, let's just say, less than predictable here, Joe. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carlos Marquez trying to draw his eponymous team even. Just off the outside corner, and some courage to take that pitch with 2 strikes.
Team Marquez bench still fired up. Everybody's leaning against the fence.
Yeah, they are right up on the screen, aren't they? Payoff pitch to Carlos Marquez. And we're going to do that one again, as down to first base and handed back to Corey Jones by the coach. Do it again. Full count. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Marquez looking to tie this one up. Upstairs, ball 4. Let's put runners at the corners, and we'll go to Alejandro Garcia. And then here's a visit to the mound by the skipper, Chris Waverick. We've seen Donnie Atkinson and Gary Burns, and Waverick makes his first appearance.
85 pitches for Normand.
Then we got all the coaches coming out here. It's like a handshake parade, Joe. 5 guys just appeared out of the Team Marquez dugout. Every one of them had a role to do. Wow, it was like a stampede.
Didn't know whether we called a commercial or not.
Holy smokes. I've never seen that before. 5 guys came out of the dugout. They all went somewhere in the diamond. They all had a job to do. Here's the skipper now meeting with Abel Chapa. And that looks like a change. And there is a pinch runner, Joe, over at first. I'm trying to get a glimpse of the number. I think that is Alexis Ion, rather, number 7. So he's running for Marquez. Alejandro Garcia. Line drive to center field in the second, and then caught looking in the third. Third look here at Steve Norman. On the move is Ion, an uncontested steal of second base. I think that caught everybody by surprise, Joe, that he went right on the first pitch.
Yeah. Good play. Good coaching move.
Well, the fact that he was out there to run, I don't think was in question. Just, wow, right away. Okay. And honestly, I did not hear much, if at anything, from the Pirates bench. Maybe everybody got caught napping.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 runners in scoring position for Alejandro Garcia. The ball was just in and out of the glove of Williams, but it never went further than an inch.
Good play by Norman to get off that mound. Pitcher should be the first one to know it's going to go a little wild.
And I don't even know if that qualified.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in his glove.
Yeah.
It fell out of his glove. It never rolled more than an inch away. Nobody was going to go anywhere on that. That one's poured in for a strike. So 1-1.
1-2.
1-2?
Yeah.
You're right. 1-2. Laced out the right side, but that is through the trees and will roll across the parkway.
Good play by Garcia to take that, willing to take that ball the other way.
2 fresh ones come in from the dugout, and meanwhile the other one comes in from right field. And despite having one in hand and offered the other 2, Steve Norman will play the I like this one game.
Yeah.
So 1-2 again. We'll get reset. Alejandro Garcia trying to drive in 1 or more here in the bottom of the 5th and tie or perhaps even take the lead. Called strike 3. Can't get the bat off the shoulder. Steve Norman freezes Alejandro Garcia at the plate. Marquez strand 2 in the bottom of the 5th. The Pirates clinging to this 3-2 lead will go to the 6th. Grande Prairie coming back to the plate.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
Maxi Montero is on in relief of Zach Pierce. We start the 6th inning. Montero went the distance the other night against the New York Gremlins. There it is. Bear Creek Gremlins, 15 years. Continuing to show my age and my dotage here, Joe. Will Major, Scott Galenza, Todd Williams.
He did a great job against the Gremlins, containing the Gremlin bats to just 5 hits over that 7-inning game.
Swing and a miss there by Major. And this is a little bit different look. Joe Montero will want to keep the ball down, the drop, his best pitch. Mix in the change. That steady diet of rise balls that you got from Zach Pierce will just disappear into your memory bank. Speaking of the Bear Creek Gremlins, they are coming up next, taking on Toronto Batmen, Jack Besgrove and Tyler Randerson.
Yeah.
Should be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Will Major. Chases after one downstairs. And that's the bread and butter right there for Max Montero, that drop ball. Get guys to chase. Just the bottom falls out of that pitch. Scott Galenza robbed of a base hit the last time around. And this one a line shot. Boy, he doesn't waste any time, does he, Joe?
No.
I think he's been up. His last 2 at-bats, he's seen 2 pitches. I was about to say what a great play Guadalupe Ion had made on his previous at-bat, and didn't give me enough time to get the words up. Todd Williams to the plate. Todd struck out swinging, struck out looking, has not had a lot of luck against Zach Pierce. He's probably quite happy to see the pitching change.
Montero throws a lot of first pitch strikes, and that's what I like.
Cuts through a rare rise ball from Montero. Waves at that offering as he took something off of it.
Montero's a very smart pitcher. I just love the way he handles himself on the mound, his release on the ball. Not flashy, but just gets the job done.
Yeah, that's a great description. He's always been that capable level of steady hands. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just misses inside, 2-2. And swing and a miss, a 3-up, 3-down inning. First one for Marquez here in the 6th for Max Montero. A great start. Need to get some of that momentum on their side with the sticks. They've had base runners, Joe, every single inning. Just need to cash some of them. Go to the home half of the 6th. Marquez back to the plate. Early has gotten late.
Catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Steve Norman to face Fabian Vizcaíno, Joseph Sosa, and Gabriel Medina. Scheduled 3. But, Joe, I got to think that to the extent that you've got some pinch hitters left on the bench for Marquez, you've got to take a look at some swings down at the bottom of your lineup.
Yeah. Vizcaíno has done a great job against him, but I'm sure we might see a few changes.
Okay, I think Ed Otterman has been asked to go take a look at Steve Norman and his hand.
That's what it looks like.
Because they were talking with the Marquez group, and now they've gone over to go check on Steve Norman. And some mind games, maybe, Joe?
Yeah.
Here comes Chris Waverick striding out with intent.
Yeah.
And I think maybe just a little bit of mind games.
Oh, yeah. Trying to get an edge.
Well, he took something off.
Maybe a Band-Aid or something, potentially.
I don't know. He took something off, and he handed it to Donnie Atkinson.
Uh-huh.
Or was it Chris Waverick, maybe, that he handed it to? I don't know. Marquez guys saw something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was a Band-Aid. I don't know. We didn't see exactly what it was, but something came off, it looked like.
On his pitching hand.
So Vizcaíno 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. He got as far as second in the 4th. And nobody out in the on-deck circle, Joe, so I wonder if we are indeed going to be getting a pinch hitter. Is that Marco Diaz who just sat down on the Marquez side? I think it is, in the stands. The beige shirt. That one is lifted out to the left. That's going to fall away.
The United Chiefs on a day off today.
But Diaz would have a lot of friends on this Marquez squad. Hey, it wouldn't be the first time a ball player has come to the ballpark on his day off.
Yeah, no.
Right back to the screen, and then nearly walked into it. Off the plate for a ball, 1-2. The Marquez group, again, Joe, right up at the fence.
Still fired up.
Well, this is an elimination game. You lose here, your World Tournament ride is over. Called strike 3, the inside corner. That pitch, Joe, has been there all day long.
Yeah, been called every time, every which way. You would think the batters would pick that up.
Well, that was the same pitch that he rung up Alejandro Garcia on to end the inning prior.
We do have a pinch hitter, I believe.
Eric Urbanea, the legend from Venezuela. Joe, in Venezuelan fast-pitch softball, Eric Urbanea has done it all. Pitching, hitting, championships, been on the national team for years, and still playing the game at a high level.
Very well respected. Well, they need a spark plug. They need something to get something going here.
It would be huge if he gets a base hit here to help his team. Off the outside corner. Ball 2. Good hitter's count here for a guy with some pop in the bat. The flag out there in the boardwalk has gone limp. It was blowing in mostly earlier. Now's the time to get into one. Norman bends him back with a pitch on the inside corner.
2 balls, 1 strike to Urbanea.
Punched out to right, retreating back. Not quite far enough off the bat of Urbanea. Pat Burns tracks that one down for the second out.
Got a good piece of it, though. Just didn't find a hole.
Well, I think he got it off the end of the bat.
Yeah.
See it here. Yeah, off the end of the bat. About half a dozen steps back for Pat Burns. And another pinch hitter here as Joe, they emptied the bench. And that's Alan Colmenares, I believe. And you said originally he was in the lineup.
In that spot.
And then taken out. Was in the starting lineup against the Gremlins yesterday. They open with a strike. Colmenares was 0 for 2 against Jack Besgrove, a ground out and a strikeout. Fouls this one off.
Normand up early now in the count. 2 strikes. Let's see how he deals with this now. He's been really working on those right-handed batters on that inside pitch, so we'll see if he follows that up.
I would think they got to go right to that inside corner.
Yeah.
That's where it is, but it's up this time with the rise ball, and Alan Colmenares swings through it. That's the first 1-2-3 inning for Steve Normand and the Grande Prairie Pirates. It comes in the 6th. No time like the present for the Pirates. Opportunity to maybe add one here. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Grande Prairie still out in front, 3-2.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Well, Joe, it's been until the 6th that we had a 1-2-3 inning, and we got it on both sides of the ledger.
Yes. Good to see, too.
Schellenberg, and then back to the top of the shop for Burns and Jones.
Shows you both teams are gearing down.
Big cut by Kevin Schellenberg, comes up empty there. Setup was outside, way up in the air, over by the dugout, and just enough room up against the fence. Carlos Marquez makes the catch.
Good concentration by Marquez.
You watch how high up this is, and Joe, he does a great job. Finds the fence, drifts to it, and makes the grab. Burns now at the plate. Been caught looking twice, Joe, the last 2 at bats.
Yeah.
Flew out to right field, and a nice play by Gabriel Medina. It's now Alan Colmenares out in right as he stays in the game. That was the second substitution that they had made for Medina, so he was done. And that's fouled off at the plate. I don't really recall Pat Burns as the bunting type.
No. Sometimes getting to bunt, though, get your eye on the ball. I still have a belief in that. It's not like me to predict that Pat Burns is going to lay down a bunt.
No. On the infield to Luna, and over to first for the second out of the inning.
Well, he got contact.
A couple years ago at the Canadians that were held at Softball City in late 2023, you couldn't get him out. He had slow pitch numbers, like 850 or something like that. It was ridiculous. Corey Jones. Corey singled back in the first and scored. Ground out to second, and then went back that way to Luna in the fifth and reached on the error. He's gone out that way again, waits for the second hop. Khalil Luna takes care of business here in the top of the seventh. We'll go to the home half. Marquez, 1 to tie, 2 to win.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
Joe, to be 9-1-2, Iran Torres, Seeger Rodriguez, and Guadalupe Ayon for Marquez. Trying to bunt, that's going to go foul. And I was just about to say, Joe, if Iran Torres can get on and set the base, or set the table rather, for Rodriguez and Ayon, Marquez is going to have a chance.
Yeah, and Torres has really good wheels too.
Grande Prairie absolutely respecting that. Look how far in both Jones and Galenza are on the corners. Creeping in a couple more steps again. Looking for the bunt, and he was running the hand up the barrel, but took the pitch on the outside corner for ball one. Will Major is fairly tight at second as well. And this one's upstairs from Steve Norman.
From a Grande Prairie standpoint, you'd love to get that first out. Just from a psychological standpoint, just makes you feel that much at ease.
3-1.
Now he's got to come to the batter now.
If you went up there thinking bunt, Joe, stay with that thought and try to execute against that right here.
I think he was given the flashlight.
And everybody stood around the plate waiting for the call. I don't think Iran Torres thought that was ball four, but nonetheless. And Williams wants to make sure that the Alan Pecker thing doesn't happen to him while they have a discussion with the umpire that Iran Torres doesn't go streaking around the bases. A leadoff walk.
Yes.
Cesar Rodriguez. 2 walks and flied out to center field. And again, Joe, Braden Arcan is way over towards left. And frankly, way off the line out and right.
I'm not sure what dictates that.
Is Pat Burns.
Yeah.
On the move is Torres. The throw bounced, and Schellenberg had to go get the bounce, and that was enough for Torres to slide in safely. We'll see it again here on the replay. It's on the right side of the bag this time, but that bounce, and he's on the bag.
Good head first slide by Torres.
Now, Joe, you just need something onto the grass. With his wheels, unless it's smashed right at an outfielder, he's going to score.
Would you lay down a butt here?
No. I'm not sacrificing it out here just to get him to third. He's in scoring position. But they do. Galenza, snap throw over. Okay, but he was in scoring position.
Yeah. No, but now he's going to score on a sacrifice fly. Gives you that option.
The shortstop, number 43, Guadalupe Ayala.
Well, Joe, I like the strategy as you've outlined it because now you've drawn the infield in as well. And with the speed of Ion, you're going to put pressure on this defense to get an out somewhere.
Put the ball in play. Double and a single. Will Major made a good play on his first out back in the first inning.
That was a real good play to come get a little soft roller. Big moments in big games.
Right here.
Off the outside corner. Gets him to chase the rise ball. A great pitch from Steve Norman.
71 on the speed gun.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Through the infield, Ion delivers. Marquez, tie ball game.
Yes.
And whether that infield was back or not,
No.
Joe, they were not going to get that one as that was solidly through the 5.5 hole.
Good hard hit ball.
Guadalupe Ion.
Big RBI right there.
3rd hit of the ball game. Khalil Luna now the opportunity to move Ion around. He turns and squares. On the move, they've got him this time. 3rd time's the charm for Todd Williams and Kevin Schellenberg.
Good attempt there. Put the ball in play. Force them to make a good play.
I'm okay with that one. They've had 2 successful. He's got all the wheels, but that was a great throw by Todd Williams. Ball on the field. Luna chases this one and fouls it straight back to the screen. Oh, 0-2 to the Argentine national team member. Twice he's been out Kevin Schellenberg's way. Down on strikes in the 5th. Chased a rise ball up and out of the zone. Try to come in with the changeup this time.
Good pitch there. I like that.
Haven't seen a lot of that from Steve Normand today, but
good timing for it.
As long as you don't hang it on an 0-2 count, you're fine going to it. That was inside enough that he wasn't going to do anything with it. There's the rise ball. They get him to chase again, and they get enough to tie. We're going to go to extras. Grande Prairie Pirates, Team Marquez. Real good ball game. Let's do some more.
Sure.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
But we'll go to the top of the 8th inning. There are no tiebreaker runners in the ISC World Tournament play. ISC 2, yes. Legends, yes. Not here in the World Tournament. So bases are empty for Braden Arcan. Downstairs to Montero. Arcan, Scott Nehigh, Jordan Hudson, 3, 4, 5. Meat of the order for the Pirates. And a leadoff walk, ball 4, as that one comes inside to Braden Arcan.
Leadoff walks usually come back to haunt you.
How much?
66% of the time.
2/3. Scott Nehigh to the plate all the way back in the first inning. He accounted for all 3 of the runs for Grande Prairie. A big line shot home run to straightaway center field, a no doubter. A laser beam right from the get-go. And this one well hit, deep right field, but foul. That's twice now that he's laced one down the right field line, but just too far out in front of it. Tried to sneak in a drop ball in the inside corner, and Nehigh just turned on it. Swing and a miss. Montero gets a rise ball past Scott Knee-High here in the top of the 8th.
Good clutch out.
A big out.
Good clutch out.
Hudson swings through for strike 1.
Hudson's a good pull hitter.
Moves him off the plate. Ground out to Ion his last trip. Singled all the way back in the first. Strike on the outside corner. So 1-2. And gets him with a little bit of off speed. A pair of strikeouts here in the 8th. Max Montero 2/3 of the way to getting out of this one.
This is Montero's 3rd inning of work, and he has only thrown 24 pitches.
Chris Walushka on to pinch hit. That's somebody they've been hiding on the bench, Joe. Wally has got all kinds of big game experience. Former Team Canada member, Chris Walushka. Mr. Versatility back in the day, Joe. In for a strike. It's going to be foul out of play on the right side, right into the Toronto Batman team huddle. They're up next on this diamond. They're the visitors, the Gremlins. Brought some contrasting jerseys today.
Probably we're at the laundromat.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and two make it. And that's a little ground ball, fair, bobbled and corralled ultimately by Carlos Marquez. So a leadoff walk is stranded. We'll go to the home half of the 8th, Joe. We'll see what Marquez can manage here.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
Carlos Marquez, Alejandro Garcia, and Fabian Vizcaíno. 4, 5, and 6. And Joe, as this game has gone on, Steve Narman has been racking up more and more strikeouts with the big rise ball.
Yeah, he's done a great job. 10 strikeouts so far in the game. 4 walks.
Marquez had one of those walks in the 5th.
Marquez all lined up again on the bench.
Way up in the air. Major will come in and make the grab 10 feet behind the circle.
Major pop-up.
A major league pop-up. Pun intended. Alejandro Garcia, line drive to center, and then it's been caught looking twice on the inside corner. Strike on the outside corner for an opener.
You look at his batting stance. He steps away here he's away from the plate, and then he moves in.
Foul that one straight back to the screen. Yeah, he's got the open stance, as you said, right at the outset, but then steps into it. There's another guy who used to do that. This is not so exaggerated.
Yeah.
Patty Shannon,
Yeah.
who's here playing in the Legends with Jared Martin, 2 Hall of Famers from New Zealand.
Got a couple hugs today.
I heard Patty Shannon hit the first pitch he saw out of the park. Is that true?
That's what I heard.
Yeah. I think he did that when he made his return to the ISC as well.
Some things don't change.
No, nothing.
Playing for Team Maccabi, the Canadian team.
Is that who those guys are with?
Yes.
What a great grab. That one went off the knob of the bat, I think. Can you run that one again? No, don't worry. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, right off the knob of the bat. Way outside.
Good waist pitch there.
1-2. Oh, and right back to the screen again, and everybody had to do the matrix to get out of the way of the ball coming back off the mesh.
Oh, you've already had an 11-inning game on this diamond today.
Oh, Joe.
So.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us of that.
Yeah. Well, just in case people are tuning in, trying to look for their 6 o'clock game.
6:43 Central Time. This was a scheduled 3 p.m. start. We got underway at 3:53. I thought it was later than that we started, to be honest, but I know you always diligently write it down. But yes, there was an 11-inning game on this diamond 2 games ago. Patty Shannon today, Joe Todd. 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 5 for 5. Jared Martin, 3 for 3. Kevin Bobrovsky, 2 for 3. Welcome to the Legends, fellas.
Yeah. Couple good pickups.
Pop up, and Williams tracks that down back by the screen. And good help from Steve Norman, who was yelling up, up, and back.
Good communication. That always helps. Catcher's flipping off a mask. Doesn't know where that ball is.
Fabian Vizcaino. 2 for 3. Pair of singles in the second and the fourth, and then called out on strikes. And again, it was on that inside corner. That was in the sixth. This one is lifted out to left. On the run over near the fence to make the grab is Jordan Hudson. 3 up, 3 down go the Marquez squad in the 8th. We'll go to the 9th. Grande Prairie coming back to the plate. Haven't scored, Joe, since the 1st.
Yes.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business.
Well, Joe, I don't know whether to start dancing or go order a taco.
I hope they have delivery.
I could use one right about now. Yeah. Let Us Love in Hamilton. You saw the address on the screen. Give them a little love for your vegetarian food delights.
Thank you for sponsoring the broadcast.
Scott Galenza. Still looking for his first hit of the afternoon, turning into the evening. And Joe, he's already going to see more pitches in this at bat than his last couple as he's going to get to the second pitch. That one's in for a strike. Hit the first pitch in the 4th and the first pitch again in the 6th. And right through the 5.5 hole, past a pair of diving Marquez players. Alejandro Garcia, Guadalupe Ayon, neither of them could come up with it. And a seeing eye single for Scott Galenza.
Good punch by Galenza. Just to pull those hands through and find that 6.5 hole.
Well, if you're getting it by Ayon, you've done something in particular. Williams, just foul.
Good try.
It gets into that ditch in the batter's box. I don't know what else to call it. Trough in the batter's box, and it rolls back. They tried to get to it before it rolled back, but good call by Abel Chapa. Williams squares early and gets this one foul as well. He got about 70% contact with it, Joe, but not 100.
No.
So 0-2, and do you have him bunt again?
No.
Punches this out to left, but that's going to go into the sea of lawn chairs down there. There's a look at the crowd in the bleachers in and around home plate, and that's basically the same view that we have that you just saw. There's our great center field shot. Swing and a miss, and down goes Todd Williams. He has struggled tonight. Not going to be a favorite memory regardless of how this one ends up for Todd Williams. He'll be a little happier, of course, on the winning side if it turns out that way.
4th strikeout for Montero. Oh, yep. 5th strikeout. Forgot to count his very first one.
Schellenberg singled all the way back in the 2nd inning, walked in the 4th, and then popped out in the 7th in foul territory. Chases a rise ball up and in. Downstairs to Schellenberg. We're going to run out of columns in the scorebook shortly, Joe.
Yes, very shortly.
I don't know about you.
We'll be doing some self-creation here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Key at bat for a number of different reasons. If you're Max Montero, you want to get Schellenberg here and not have to go to the top of the order if this inning continues.
Yes.
And if you're Schellenberg, you want to get on base and turn over the order and give everybody a second look at Max Montero.
Yeah, that second look's always just a little bit better. You notice movement, you notice the sequence.
Well, they want to ask, but
no,
he didn't go around.
No.
Just 2 base runners against Max here in his 4th inning of work. Braden Arcand with a walk in the 8th and the single by Scott Galenza here in the 9th so far. This one is lifted up, and that's going to fall just down in front of us.
Bounced up on the 2nd level.
So, Joe, I misspoke. They're going to turn the order over regardless.
Yeah.
With Burns to come.
Just if it's going to be 1 runner on base or if it's going to be 2.
Lifted up to left, ranging across is Torres, and he'll pull that down for the 2nd out of the inning, and Scott Galenza not going anywhere. Pat Burns still looking to get his first hit of the evening now. And another visit to the board. I'm sure just a reminder that we're back to the top of the shop. So Burns steps into that right side batter's box. Montero back on the board. And in for a strike.
Burns went the other way over to second base last time against Montero.
Yeah, that was the multi-hopper out to Luna. Fights this one off and flared down the right side and foul. I saw Brett Legler over there from the Ostrander Norseman. I don't know, he's either really early for his late game, or he's over there for the Ostrander
Old Timers game.
The Legends game, yeah. Brett Legler, an ISC commissioner and coach of the Ostrander Norseman, our host team here this week, and largely the reason why we're here. Swing and a miss into the foul tip, I guess, into the glove of Viz Cayeno. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Team Marquez looking to walk this one off.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
Eric Urbanea, who pinch hit in the sixth and stays in the game as the designated player for Team Marquez, flew out to right field. Upstairs, 2-0 to Urbanea. You want to be careful, Joe.
Yeah.
You do not want to hang on to Eric Urbanea.
Good
I
stick.
can remember a video. Now, this goes back a few years. He hit one a long way to win a big tournament in Venezuela. And right back to the screen with that one. That was a home run, let's get us out of here cut.
133 pitches for Normand so far. Pretty soon going to be touching the Emumara numbers.
Well, he's going to be into that category. That one is upstairs, 3-0. You know what was into that category today was Eric Chaparro. 151 pitches in 11 innings in the Sandlot win. A one-hitter, 22 strikeouts.
And 107 were strikes.
Oh, green light, and Urbanea swings at a rise ball. That was ball 4. Oh, 3-2, sorry. You're right, he went after one earlier.
Just to protect that plate now.
Yeah, he absolutely was all he was doing with that. And chases a drop ball in the outside corner. An excellent pitch from Steve Normand.
Great placement.
The right fielder, number 28,
Alan Colmenares came onto the game in the 6th. And we don't know, Joe, what happened to get him out of the starting lineup. You said you saw a lineup card that he was on, and then another one arrived where he wasn't.
Yeah. Always not aware of the different situations that arise.
Showed bunt and got the infield moving around. Calling balls and strikes from the bench is Team Marquez.
3-0 count. Colmenares.
In for a strike. Very deliberately placed. And a good spot in the outside corner as well. So able to find his spots without too much difficulty at the moment. Steve Normand is continuing to be in a good rhythm.
Yeah, worked his way back in the count now.
Off the foot of Colmenares. So full count again here in the bottom of the 9th. Hard hit right to Schellenberg, and the snap throw over. Easy as that. Still smooth as ever.
Just down and ready. Great ball player.
Right on the money. Right fielder Ron Torres, he's the reason why we're in extra innings. A leadoff walk in the bottom of the 7th, stolen base, and came around to ultimately score on a single by Guadalupe Ion.
So they're looking for a leader here. Started to rally. The top part of the order is coming up.
And base hit for Ron Torres. You keep him in the bottom of the lineup, Joe, if you move on, or do you move him up? He's been a bit of a spark plug here in extra innings. Or at least late in the game.
Yeah.
A 2-out single, turns over the order. Cesar Rodriguez. He's been involved in their scoring rallies. Walked, scored in the 3rd. A sac bunt that helped set up the run in the 7th. His 5th look now at Steve Normand.
Heads up.
That was pretty close.
Yes.
Yeah. Get a helmet for Carroll.
Yes. Yeah. Get a glove.
So we'll get set here again with Steve Norman. Owen 1 to Cesar Rodriguez. On the move was Torres.
Good play.
Rodriguez protecting at the plate. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, if he does happen to get thrown out, you got the top part of the order still coming up in the bottom of the 10th.
The throw from Williams, and not going to get Torres this time. Got a great pitch to run on. It was a big rise ball. Williams is coming up out of the crouch already, but just a huge jump by Iran Torres. Don't know that you need to dive from that height, but nonetheless, he's in. May want to be a little closer to the ground next time. So they get him up into scoring position. And that one is upstairs from Steve Norman.
Well, this top part of the order has been the productive side, so.
Ground ball that gets through. Here comes Torres, and he's going to win it for Marquez.
Good hard hit ball there by Rodriguez.
A walk-off win for Team Marquez on an unearned run. And Joe, they come all the way back from a 3-0 deficit in the 1st to win it here in the 9th.
Great job to always stay in there. Great job by the pitching staff. Zachary Pearson, Max Montero to hold that team into a position for them to pick up that victory.
It was a long one, but it was worth the wait to see that celebration from Team Marquez. They'll move on in the losers bracket to tomorrow for the Grande Prairie Pirates. An early exit that certainly was not planned by the team from Alberta. Joe Todd, stay with us as we're going to come back in about 20 minutes' time. We'll bring you the New York Gremlins and the Toronto Batmen. The first of our 2 quarterfinal winner bracket games this evening. Called strike 3, the outside corner. They work out of that. Again. High in the air, Villavazo comes to get it, and the Chiefs are back to the top of the mountain. The gloves fly. The celebration is underway.